Welcome to another session of physics, where you learn even more. Today we're going to study the atomic model and how it's changed over the years. So it began with J.J. Thomson's discovery of the electron in 1897. After this discovery, he created this model of the atom, which basically just has all the protons and electrons just floating in this space, basically all over the place, completely unorganized. This was named the Raisenbund model. This was later disproved by Ernest Rutherford in 1909.
Oh, hello. So, basically everything you just heard from Justin was a lie. So, there was a man named Ernest Rutherford, and he wanted to test the Raisenbund model. So in 1909, him and two other scientists basically fired fast-moving tiny particles called alpha particles into a sheet of gold foil. And if the Raisenbund model were true, they would have just assumed that all the particles will pass through, but some bounced back and some were deflected, which leads into the Rutherford model, which basically says that there is a heavy nucleus particle in the center of the atom, and basically it's very tiny, which is why only some of the alpha particles bounce back and some were deflected off of this nucleus. And the most important part about this is that most of the empty space was comprised of only electrons. Thank you.
Rutherford's model was also incorrect. Bohr's model takes a similar idea with the nucleus in the center and electrons around the nucleus, but instead he places the electrons in specified energy levels around the nucleus.
Okay, so now the model that we have today and we accept is the modern model. It's also sometimes called the planetary model because it's kind of like a solar system where you have the nucleus with protons and neutrons in the middle, and then you have these rings going around it. And the rings aren't like equal like Bohr's model. It's like more like, I guess you've seen it on TV, I think, like it's a mess basically. And so you have these are like the energy levels. So you have electrons on them. So like this is energy level 1, so you have electrons there, the 2 electrons. And then energy level 2 will have the rest of the electrons and then you keep going. And they don't simply orbit around the nucleus. Their position is based on their waves. So that's given by the equation delta E equals hf. H is the constant, and f is the frequency. So you would find the frequency of these to figure out like where they are on the energy level. And that's about it. Thank you for learning about science.